Hello everyone, a very good evening to all of you. I hope all of you are in good health and are preparing really enthusiastically for your examination. So this is a session which is going to help you in your preparation. Now do tell me whether I'm clearly audible and visible to all of you or not, so that I can begin with the session. Please audio ka clear kijiye whether I'm clearly and loudly audible to you all or not. Good evening everyone. Okay, so I have got the reply. Okay. So I'm clearly audible. Let's move ahead. But before that, if anyone is there who has not filled the RBI Grade B form as of now, so guys, you have the time now. RBI has extended its timeline for filling up of the form till 16th June. So you still have time. Do fill the form if you haven't done that. Now let's begin with the session, which is going to cover your first part of May Spotlight. So in this session, we are going to cover 100 questions. I hope all of you are already aware about the crash course of ours and are already uh, attending the mentorship sessions. So let's begin with the first question. And I have already told you this fact many times that from March onwards, the current affairs are really very important for all of you. So you have to pay a lot of attention to the current affairs which are there in May, June, April and March, and also cover their background facts also. Okay? First question is, where was the Future of Work exhibition organized? So here guys, Institute of Minerals and Materials Technology, which is a institute of CSIR in Bhubaneswar, it has organized this Future of Work exhibition. Now one more thing, that this exhibition was a part of the third education ministers meeting under G20. Okay, so this was also a part of the G20 meetings. I hope this text is visible. Okay, so that is one thing that you need to know. Now one more thing, that at present we have 37 CSIR labs, which we have just read in one of our previous sessions. One more thing, that 1 week 1 lab initiative is being implemented by CSIR since January 2023 in order to display the innovations done by these labs. Okay. Now we are talking about the G20. So establishment of G20 took place in 1999. G77 is the oldest of these G groups. Okay, so it was established in 1964 and G7 was established in 1975. Then came the G20, 1999. Now Indonesia, India and Brazil form the Troika. Okay, and this question I guess was asked in your IFSCA examination this time, that which countries form the Troika of G20. So Indonesia, India, Brazil. Okay, do remember this thing along with the edition. So this is the 18th edition of the summit. The next most important fact about G20 is the members. Since 20 members are there, therefore it becomes a little bit difficult for you to remember. So here we are trying to revise the members or remember the members through the help of a map. So ऐसे इसको याद करो map के through. First is Canada, US. Canada, US. Then we have UK, France. Okay, the arch enemies of the historical times. Okay, so UK and France had a lot of animosity between them. If you are aware about it, so you would be able to pair them up in the G7 grouping. If you are not aware about it, so just memorize this picture. Okay, so UK, France, then we have Germany, then we have Italy, then we have Japan. Now these are the G7 countries. Okay, do remember. From these G7, Russia was kicked out from the grouping in 2014 after the Crimean Peninsula annexation. Okay, so this is the 8th member. Then we have the trilogy. Trilogy comprises of China, India and Indonesia. Okay, then we have very near to Indonesia, Australia. Australia se agar aap jayenge to then we have South Korea. From South Korea we have to jump to Turkey. Then the country nearest to Turkey is Saudi Arabia. Now guys, why did I choose this pattern? There is a reason behind this. South Korea and Turkey share a very bitter relationship between themselves, because Turkey helps North Korea in weapons and all these things. Therefore, South Korea and Turkey do not share very cordial relationship. That is why I choose this pattern. So South Korea, then Turkey, Turkey से सबसे पास है Saudi Arabia, and then Saudi Arabia से सबसे पास है South Africa. So from there we will jump to Mexico, Brazil, and Argentina. Okay. Now this is my way of remembering the G20 countries. Now yes, these are the 19 countries, and the 20th member is the EU. So what I was saying, this is my way of remembering these countries. You can choose whatever pattern suits you, but try to memorize these 20 countries, because anything can be asked from the G20 in your coming examination. Okay, here I have given you the blank map. Try to fill it out when you get the PDF. Okay, and this is your homework. Try to remember and fill the G20 countries in this map. Next question is, Union Minister Shri Sabananda Sonowal inaugurated National Technology Center for Ports, Waterways and Coasts to provide solutions to challenges in the maritime sector through scientific support, education. Oh, okay, so my sound is low. I'll try to speak a little louder, okay? Don't worry. So I hope guys you have heard about question number 1 and you have understood the question number 1. Okay guys, I'm trying to speak a little louder, and then you guys tell me whether I am now clearly audible to all of you or not. Okay, so I'll sort the issue if I'm still not audible. Okay, so this question is about the National Technology Center for Ports, Waterways and Coasts. So which IIT hosts this particular center? So from the options, it is IIT Madras. If you hadn't known the options, sorry, the answer, then also it is very easy to guess, because none of these cities except for Madras is near the coast. So why would the center be established in these cities? Okay, but in the examination you may not get such options, so it's better you remember IIT Madras. Please guys tell me whether now I am clearly audible to all of you or not, because I am speaking to the highest of my voice. अभी भी लो है आवाज? Please guys give me 2 minutes. I'll resolve this issue of audio. Just give me 2 seconds.
Hello. Hello. Can you guys hear me now? Hello. 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 Guys, please give me a thumbs up if you guys can see me can hear me properly. Hello. Hello. थोड़ी सी लो हो सकती है आवाज, बट आई वुड सजेस्ट यू गाइज टू लिसन थ्रू द ईयरफोन्स और हेडफोन्स. I think it is fine now. all good, I think. So can we start with the continue with the class now? थोड़ा वॉल्यूम में मे बी आज प्रॉब्लम हो जाए, तो गाइज हमारी तरफ से पूरा सब कुछ सेटअप सही है. सो यू गाइज हैव टू इंक्रीज योर वॉल्यूम और यू गाइज हैव टू लिसन थ्रू द ईयरफोन्स और द हेडफोन्स. अभी बिल्कुल लक्ष्य, सब कुछ ऑलरेडी कस्टमाइज है, सब कुछ सही है. सो आई थिंक वी शुड कंटिन्यू विद द क्लास नाउ.
Okay, guys, I guess now okay, so let's not distract ourselves and bring our focus back to what we were studying. I'll try to speak a little louder, but in case you are not able to hear it to the full pitch, then guys, either you try to listen in the earphones or you try to remove your earphones if your volume is louder. If your mobiles or the desktop's volume is louder, so remove the headphones. And if it is not, so use the headphones. Whichever way suits, please guys adjust. Because the motto is important and the motive here is to cover the current affairs, right? Because our examination is knocking at our doors. So let's continue. Okay, so we have discussed this center. One more thing, guys, that this particular center has been set up under the Sagar Mala program at a cost of 77 crore rupees. So this is a very important fact that all of you should remember under Sagar Mala program. Okay, so Sagar Mala program is similar to Bharat Mala. The basic idea of this is to develop the ports of India and develop the waterways. Okay, so we have 7,500 kilometers of our coastline. So along the coastline, the ports will be developed, and the mission aims to harness the 14,500 kilometers of our waterways, which are navigable. Navigable waterways means we can use the waterways to reach from one place to another place. Now here, this is the impact of Sagarmala initiative by the year 2025. Okay, it is very, very important, guys, and this has been taken from the sagarmala.government.in website. Now, I have given here the link. Please do read more about this scheme because this is the session containing 100 questions. So I cannot explain the entire scheme here. We are going to just focus on the objectives or the mission of this scheme. So, among one of its one impact is that 4 lakh crore rupees will be used in the infrastructure investment. Port modernization ke liye we will use 65,000 crore rupees, and for ensuring the connectivity we will spend 220,000 crore rupees. For logistics cost saving per annum. So this Sagarmala initiative is going to ensure the logistics cost saving of 35,000 to 40,000 crores per annum. Then the share of waterways, inland and coastal in the modern mix, that means in the transportation mix, will be increased from 6% to almost double. Then we will have the exports, boost in the exports up to USD $110 billion. Okay? Then we have new direct jobs and indirect jobs creation up to 40 lakh. Okay, so new direct jobs of 40 lakh will be created and indirect 60 lakh jobs will be created through the Sagarmala program. Thank you so much, Lakshya, and everyone out there. Chaliye, next question is which state had won the maximum medals in the latest edition of Khelo India Youth Games? So guys, Maharashtra here is the right answer. So Khelo India Youth, Khelo India University, Khelo India Winters. These are the three formats in which Khelo India tournaments are organized. So it began with the Khelo India Youth competitions which started at the school level in 2018. First edition was held in Delhi. Second edition was held in 2019 in Maharashtra. Third edition 2021 in Haryana. Fourth edition 2022 in Madhya Pradesh, and the winner was Maharashtra. Okay. Then we have Khelo India University Game, first edition 2020 in Odisha, second edition 2021 Karnataka, and the second edition's winner was Jain University from Karnataka. Then we have Khelo India Winter Games, first edition was held in 2020 Leh and Gulmarg, second edition 2021 Gulmarg, third edition 2023 Gulmarg, winner was Jammu and Kashmir. Okay, now these are the facts that can be asked from you. Quickly tell me when was this Khelo India scheme launched? Obviously, it's a very basic question. I have asked it out of my old habit, but I have written it here only. It is 2018 from where it has begun. Identify the correct statements from the options given below. So first option is the Asia Pacific Leaders Conclave on Malaria Elimination was held in Delhi. The Asia Pacific Heads of Government aims to free the region of malaria by 2030. The Asia Pacific Leaders Malaria Alliance's Secretariat is in Singapore. So here guys, option E, only A, B and C is the correct answer. All of these statements are correct. Now guys, what has happened? One thing is that Asia Pacific Leaders Conclave on Malaria Elimination was organized in New Delhi in partnership with Asia Pacific Leaders Malaria Alliance. Okay? So one organizer was Ministry of Health and another one was this alliance. The alliance aims to make the Asia Pacific region free of malaria by 2030. Among the 11 countries identified by the WHO as the high burden to high initiative countries, high impact countries, India is also a part. Okay, so among those 11 countries, India is a part. Okay. Next thing is that in India, malaria cases and deaths also dropped by 85.1% and 83.6% respectively from 2015 to 2022. Still, India accounts for majority of the malaria burden in the world. How is it possible? If this question comes to your mind sometimes, then guys, I must say that you are on the right track of preparing the current affairs. Why? Because if you don't have the curiosity in you, then it will be little difficult for you to crack this examination, especially when it is getting tougher, especially when the RBI is trying to follow the suit of UPSC. Now, guys, although we have this much of a decreased level in our malaria cases and deaths, still the absolute number of deaths and cases is still very high. Okay? So that is the reason India shares the highest burden, not the highest in the world, but it is one among the highest burden sharing countries, and at the same time the malaria drop rate is also highest in India. Next is the World Malaria Day was observed on April 25. The theme was time to deliver zero malaria, invest, innovate and implement. Okay, time to deliver zero malaria, invest, innovate and implement. One more thing, that in 2014, the Asia Pacific Heads of Government adopted the goal of freeing the region of malaria by 2030, and the Secretariat is in Singapore. Moving on to the next question, where did the Civil 20 Working Group on Education and Digital Transformation meeting take place? So here guys, Mizoram University is the right answer. One university from Kerala partnered with Mizoram University to organize this particular meeting. Can any one of you tell me the name of that organization? Sorry, university. So guys, the name is Amrit Vishwa Vidya Peetham. Okay, so this is the name of the organization or university from Kerala which has partnered with Mizoram University for this particular event. I don't think guys that the volume is that much low. It is still bearable. I think what I'm teaching is still understandable. So please focus on understanding. Okay. Moving ahead. Yes, Priyal. Azerbaijan and Tajikistan were declared malaria free by WHO. Can anyone tell me what is the target of India to become free of malaria? By which year does India aim to become free of malaria? Okay, moving ahead. Do tell me the answer in the meantime. Okay, the next question is statewide attention on grievances by application of technology, that is Swagat, is the initiative of which state? Gujarat. 2003 is the year in which this particular initiative was launched, and the purpose is to use the technology to redress the grievances of the citizens. So recently Prime Minister celebrated its 20th anniversary, that is why it came in the news again. Recently, Union Cabinet has approved the setting up of 157 nursing colleges at the same locations as medical colleges that have been established since 2014 to fill up the nursing vacancies and remove disparities in the distribution of nursing colleges in the country. These colleges will be established at a cost of 1,570 crores, 10 crores for each college, in which states can also contribute over the next 2 years. With 100 seats per college, the move will add 15,700 BSc nursing seats across the country, which state will get the highest number of colleges under this particular initiative. So here guys, Uttar Pradesh is the right answer. Now after Uttar Pradesh is going to get 27 colleges, then we have Rajasthan 23 colleges, then we have Madhya Pradesh 14 colleges. A committee headed by the Union Health Secretary will be created to monitor the medical education in the state and the progress of the construction of these particular medical colleges. Okay, one more thing, that the nurses of India are very renowned. They have a huge scope outside India. One more thing, that India is planning to have the to boost the medical tourism in India through Heal in India and Heal by India initiative. Okay, although this initiative has I would say this initiative is not like a scheme, or it has not been launched like other initiatives that the government launches. So right now we do not have any particulars about these particular events or the initiative, but still it is the vision of the government to increase the medical tourism in the nation and project India as we already are the pharmacy of the world, but project India as the healer of the world as well. Moving ahead, according to the World Bank's data released in April 2023, India has become the first country in the world to have annual remittances from abroad crossing $100 billion mark. The remittances have increased at an impressive growth rate of -%. So guys, 12% is the right answer. First of all, before moving ahead, quickly tell me, are remittances a part of our GDP? Are remittances a part of the GDP? Quickly tell me. Yes, absolutely right, Lakshya Tyagi. Majority of the nursing staff come from the South India. India also aims to become malaria free by 2030. Now guys, I'm looking at your comments. Very good, Bhaskar. No, remittances are not a part of GDP because remittances are not earned, or they are not the products of our nation. I hope you are clear with the basics. Bilkul, no goods and services are there. But if in case, suppose your family member goes abroad and that person is a skilled labor, that person goes abroad and then sends the money back, will that not be counted as part of GDP? Labor is also a part of, you can say, component. We have the land, labor, capital, and entrepreneur as the factors of production, out of which labor is a part. So will that be counted? Okay, guys, one more thing, net factor income from abroad is also the income earned by the factors of production. Okay, so in case, as I gave you the example, suppose your family member goes abroad under a particular contract for a particular period of time, then his entire salary will be calculated as our product, okay, as our income. But in case suppose my brother goes to US for teaching, and there he is teaching using the resources of that country and participating in the economic activity of that country, so US will count my brother's teaching activity and the income generated from it as part of its GDP, and the money that person will send, my brother will send to me, that money will be a remittance and not a net factor income from abroad. So the clear categorization of remittance would not be in the net factor income from abroad, okay, because net factor income from abroad is actually from the factors of production and not like remittances. Okay, so coming back to what we were discussing, so according to the World Bank's data, India has become the first country in the world to cross the 100 billion mark in the annual remittances. Remittances are just like, as I gave you the example, okay, the family members sending the money back to the family members in the nation, okay. So recently, one thing has happened with a Middle East nation. India has signed an agreement, and this allows the payment of utility bill through the Bharat bill payment system by the people living in the Middle East nation, okay, back in India. Can you tell me that which country is it? देखो भास्कर, नेशनल इनकम एंड पर्सनल इनकम, दीज आर ब्रॉड टॉपिक, इसको शॉर्ट में आप कर भी नहीं सकते, सो आई वुड suggest you to watch the video given in the static course in a full-fledged length, okay. Now coming back to this news, private remittances crossed $100 billion threshold in 2022 with an impressive year-on-year growth of 12%. India is expected to be the top remittance destination in FY23, and according to the DPIIT, the FDI in India fell by 15% to $36.75 billion. Understand this point, we are talking about the FDI and not remittance, okay. So FDI has fallen, but remittances we have seen an increase of 12%. Next question is, who is the chairperson of NASSCOM in 2023 to 24? Anand Maheshwari. NASSCOM is a not-for-profit organization, and it is the apex body for the technology industry, which is of $245 billion at present. The worth of the technology industry in India is this much. NASSCOM was established in 1988. Next question is, 7th edition of the 2023 Men's Asian Champions Trophy will be hosted by Chennai, India in August 2023. It will be dash international hockey competition to be hosted in Chennai since the Asia Cup, which was held there in 2007. So which edition of the international hockey competition will it be for Chennai? Okay, so it is going to be the first since 2007. When a company falsely claims to be environmentally conscious and markets its products as such but is not making any notable sustainability efforts, it is termed as dash. So what this term of marketing called? It is called greenwashing. Okay? Like we have brainwashing, they are doing greenwashing. They are showing the people that we are making the sustainability efforts, but the companies are actually not doing that. Next question is, which country has received the Malaysia Ocean going passenger cum cargo ferry from India? So Guyana is the right answer. So recently Minister of External Affairs of our nation, S. Jaishankar, visited Guyana, and it was his first official visit to this nation. So during his visit, what happened is that he visited the site of the East Bank East Coast Road Linkage project in Georgetown, which is the capital of Guyana. And obviously, why would our minister visit this project until or unless we have an investment in it? Okay, so this project is being developed by Ashoka Bidcon Limited, which is an Indian company. 4th India CARICOM ministerial meeting was organized in Guyana. What is this CARICOM? So CARICOM is an intergovernmental organization that is a political and economic union of 15 member states, 14 nations and 1 dependency. So India, CARICOM. Okay, so CARICOM is a group, and India conducted the meeting along with that group. Then we have India, Guyana have signed an air services agreement to facilitate easy travel between these two countries, and GRSC built ocean going ferry, that is Amlisha, was given to Guyana. Do remember it was built by GRS. Recently, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar Telangana State Secretariat received the coveted gold rating from CII's Indian Green Building Council under the IGBC Green New Building Rating System. The Indian Green Building Council was established in Dash as part of the Confederation of Indian Industry to enable a sustainable built environment for all and facilitate India to be one of the global leaders in the sustainable built environment. Okay, by Dash here. IGBC gives certification to every type of building which conforms to its sustainability criteria through its dash different ranking indices. Okay, so first of all, when was this council created? By which year does it aim to project India as the global leader in the built environment as in construction environment? Okay, construction and maintenance of the buildings. And how many indices does this particular council use for assessing the green of, you can say, for assessing the sustainability of a building? So here guys, the right answer is option D. 2001 is the year in which it was launched. 2025 is the year by which it aims to make India one of the global leaders in the sustainable built environment, and 33 indices are used by this particular council. And these are different indices. Okay, so railway station ke liye alag index hai, and we have similar indexes for different kinds of buildings. Next question is, which state organized the Medical Value Travel Conclave 2023? So Tamil Nadu is the right answer. Where did Harbour phase of the first edition of Asian India Maritime Exercise take place? So here Changi Naval Base in Singapore is the right answer. Okay, if you see majority of the airport rankings, then also Changi Changi International Airport performs the best. Okay, so Changi is a place in Singapore. Do remember this thing. So here is the location of Changi Naval Base, and you can clearly see that it is at a very strategic location, that is Malacca Strait. Next question is, iHub Data is a technology innovation hub for data banks, data services and data analytics. It was established under the National Mission on Interdisciplinary Cyber Physical Systems funded by the DST. Which organization houses the hub? So what is the right answer here guys? The right answer is option E. Indian Institute of Information Technology at Hyderabad houses this iHub Data. Okay, so recently IFSCA has signed an MOU with the iHub Data. Okay, and the purpose is to collaborate to support the fintech and techfin entities. Do you guys know the difference between fintech and techfin entities? Fintech entities are basically those organizations which give the digital support to the already existing financial institutions. For example, if there is a bank and that bank, or let's take the example of IT ministry. Okay, so suppose income tax department has given the project to Infosys to develop its website. Okay, so in this case, this service would be termed as fintech service. Okay, although Infosys is not a fintech organization, but what I'm trying to say is that the organization, or for example, suppose banks get the digital service to make the entire process of theirs on a digital platform, then that would be called as the fintech service, and the firm which will provide this particular service would be called as the fintech firm. And if there is a firm that works only for providing digital solutions to the existing financial institutions, then that firm would be categorized as fintech. Okay, Infosys को आप fintech नहीं कह सकते, because Infosys is a technology firm which gives technology support to various other organizations. It is not a wholly fintech company. Okay, now techfins are those companies which are already technology giants and now they have entered into the financial space. For example, Google was established as a technology company and now it has launched its Google Pay. It has entered into the financial services. Next question is, which airline has unveiled the world's first robotic check-in assistant named Sarah? Emirates is the right answer. Identify the correct statement with regards to the National Manufacturing Innovation Survey 2021 to 2022. Do read out the statements, guys. I'm giving you 2 seconds. Read the statements, then tell me the right answer. Okay, so here guys, the right answer is option E. Okay, because of this third statement is not correct, because it is not a follow-up of the first edition which was held in 2001. Rather, the first edition was held in 2011. Okay, so here we have the results of the innovation survey. So first is that Karnataka is the most innovative state in manufacturing, followed by Telangana, Tamil Nadu, Maharashtra, and Haryana. Not only manufacturing, Karnataka also have the the highest number of companies in manufacturing that carry out innovations. Okay, सबसे ज़्यादा innovative manufacturing firms भी कर्नाटका में है, and सबसे ज़्यादा firms जो कि innovative practices को adopt करती हैं वो भी कर्नाटका में है. ठीक है. उत्तराखंड has topped among the hilly states, while Dadra and Nagar Haveli and Daman and Diu topped among the UTs. Innovation in manufacturing is the lowest in the northeastern states, excluding Assam, followed by Bihar, Jharkhand, Odisha, and Andhra Pradesh. Which bank has introduced digital distribution platform Smart Sathi to connect business correspondents and business facilitators to the bank? So it is basically a digital platform. Now HDFC Bank, India's largest private bank, has launched it. Which payment bank has collaborated with NPCI to roll out the face authentication for AEPS, that is an Aadhaar enabled payment system, at its 500,000 banking points? So here Airtel Payment Bank is the right answer. Okay, so what is this Aadhaar enabled payment system? This picture is beautifully telling you the process of Aadhaar enabled payment system. Although it is by Paytm, so it is showing you how you will conduct a transaction at a Paytm AEPS, but overall also the process is similar. So what you have to do, usually these Aadhaar enabled payment systems are operational in semi-urban and rural areas. Okay, because there the people are not very much digitally literate and they need the help of the people to conduct the financial transactions, and that is why in order to boost the financial transaction, the Aadhaar enabled payment system was launched by NPCI. So what happens is you go to the banking correspondent or the business correspondent in the case of the fintech. Okay, so banking correspondent ke paas you have to go, then you have to give the 12-digit number of your Aadhaar, then you have to do the validation through biometrics, and then what will happen, your transaction will be conducted. So that is the process of AEPS. Okay, using the Aadhaar number and the biometrics, you can do the financial transaction. Next question is, Union Animal Husbandry and Dairying Minister Purushottam Rupala launched the Veterinary Council of India portal on World Veterinary Day. The Veterinary Council of India is a statutory body established under the Indian Veterinary Council Act of Dash. It receives -% grants in aid from the Department of Animal Husbandry to meet the cost of running the offices of the council. The designation of the council's head is known as Dash. So clearly it is pure, the question is entirely based on the static facts related to the Veterinary Council. Now here, what is the right answer? The right answer is option D. 1984 is the year in which this council was established. 100% grant in aid is received, and president is the highest post in this particular council. Next question is, where has Defense Minister Rajnath Singh laid the foundation stone of Ekta Harbour? So guys, Maldives is the right answer. The capital is Male, and Rufiya is the currency of this nation. Okay, quickly tell me, in which sea is this Maldives island nation located? Quickly tell me. Jaldi batao guys, is it Arabian Sea? So let me just clarify that Arabian Sea's extent is up to this much. So Maldives is actually in the Indian Ocean, okay, and this can be asked as a question from you in the examination. Okay, so do remember. Upaj, a festival of innovations in arts, was organized as a segment of the larger World IP Day celebrations. In India, the World IP Day celebration are organized by the Office of the Controller General of Patents, Designs and Trademarks, Dr. Chintan Vaishnav, chair of the Startup 20 Forum of the G20, along with Ms. Durga Jasraj, founder of Pandit Jasraj Cultural Foundation, launched the festival. The Office of the Controller General of Patents, Design and Trademark is under the administrative aegis of which of the following ministries? So which ministry it could be? It is obviously the Ministry of Commerce and Industry, because it is obviously talking about the industrial, you can say, features like patents, designs, trademarks. So Ministry of Commerce and Industry. World IP Day was celebrated on April 26th. Women and IP, accelerating innovation and creativity is the theme. Okay. Doki Land Port has been recently inaugurated to facilitate trade between India and which nation? So guys, Bangladesh is the right answer. This port is in Meghalaya. Okay. So some days back in the previous session, I taught you about the Indo-Bangladesh protocol route, right? I hope you remember, guys. So this particular route provide connectivity from West Bengal to 3 northeastern nations, Assam, direct connectivity. Okay, so the ports are directly located there, Meghalaya and your Tripura. Okay, so these are the 3 nations. You can clearly see the ports. Doki port is there. This is the land port, and in Bangladesh, Tamabil is the corresponding port. Then we have these ports in Tripura and the other sites which you can read on your own. So Mongla port and Chattogram port are very much in the news, because these are the main ports through which the trade is conducted, through which the transportation is done. Okay, so there is one more thing. Land Ports Authority of India was established in 2012 under the Ministry of Home Affairs. Current chairperson is Aditya Mishra. Do remember this point. Which of the following points will be connected through the multimodal transit transport facility on the Kaladan River? I hope that, or I know that this question is very much similar to UPSC questions, but you can never expect such type of questions in the examination. So what is the right answer here? The right answer here is option D. Okay? From Kolkata to Sitwe, then Paletwa, then Zorinpui, then Ezwal. So these are the 5 points which will be connected in this Kaladan multimodal transit project. Recently, a cargo vessel named MV ITT Lion was flagged off from Kolkata, from Shama Prasad Mukherjee Port to Sitwe Port. Do remember the name of this port. Okay? That's all from this news. Next question is, Union Cabinet Minister for Fisheries Purushottam Rupala will officially launch the nationwide AHDF KCC campaign for a period of dash months. So for a period of 11 months from May 2023 to March 2024. Okay, so this is going to be an 11-month campaign, and the basic purpose of this is to enroll the fisher community in the KCC campaign. KCC is Kisan Credit Card, so obviously the funding would be extended to the fishermen also. Okay, so do remember the limits given under the KCC, with collateral, without collateral, and everything about the KCC initiative, because this is a very important initiative. So that is only written here. You can read it out on yourself. Recently, Indian Space Research Organization has completed the post-mission disposal operation of the communication satellite GSAT-12. GSAT-12 is the 23rd GEO satellite to undergo PMD before decommissioning. When was the satellite launched? So guys, in 2012, this particular satellite was launched. How many states UTs have adopted the National Generic Document Registration System as of May 2023? 28 states have adopted, okay? And this particular registration system is for the land records, okay? And we are doing a lot to digitize the land record and systematize the entire system of keeping the land records. So Ministry of Rural Development has announced that 28 states and union territories have adopted this particular registration system for land records. 26 states in India are those states which have adopted the unique land parcel identification number or Bhu-Aadhaar, with pilot testing underway in 7 additional states. Okay, so Bhu-Aadhaar is also there. Tell me how many digits are there in the Bhu-Aadhaar. Next thing is that some states have also integrated ULPIN with the Swamitva portal. Okay, so Swamitva scheme is also there in the news. Do cover the Swamitva scheme thoroughly. How many digits are there in the Bhu-Aadhaar? 14, absolutely right. Department of Land Resources is implementing One Nation, One Registration system, namely the National Generic Document Registration System, which aims at computerization of registration as a component of Digital India Land Records Modernization Program. Okay, so this is also important fact that you should be aware of. Next question is, Ajay Banga has been appointed as the president of World Bank for a 5-year term beginning June 2nd, 2023. Which company was headed by Banga before assuming the presidency of the World Bank? So General Atlantic is the right answer. Such type of a question was already asked in the RBI examination. So be prepared for such type of factual questions in the examination. Now here the World Bank is in the news. President of this organization has been appointed. So please cover World Bank thoroughly. Okay. And this is, I would say, one of its precedents, because it was a tradition that IMF and World Bank's chiefs were either from the US and from the European origin. But now we have an Indian origin chief of the World Bank. So it is one of its kind appointment that has taken place. Although this is out of convention and there is no norm that only the US people and only the European regions people can become the chief of these organizations, it was out of convention. Next question is, recently the border heart between India and Bangladesh was inaugurated in Sylhet, Bangladesh. When was this initiative of organizing the border hearts launched? So guys, it was first launched in 2011 and since then we are continuously organizing these hearts to provide the you can say trading and economic opportunities to the people living across the borders. When is the World Hand Hygiene Day observed? So here guys, May 5th is the right answer. Accelerate action together, save lives, clean your hand is the theme of this day. Which institute is hosting the Center for Innovation, Incubation, Research and Entrepreneurship? So here guys, Kakatiya Institute of Technology and Science, which is in Warangal, Telangana, is the right answer. Which state has recently established a new Directorate of Minority Affairs? So here guys, Nagaland is the right answer. So this particular directorate will be tasked with all these initiatives. Okay, so it will have the responsibility of implementing all these initiatives, and out of these initiatives, majority are of the central government initiatives. So since they are in the news, I hope you have covered them, and in case you haven't covered these initiatives, do cover them. And among these schemes, Naya Savera, Nai Udan, Nai Manzil, Nai Roshni se to you have questions previously in your ESI paper. Okay, so please cover these schemes thoroughly. What is the food grain production target for FY24 crop year? So 332 million tons is the right answer. Okay, so this food grain production target has been set for the coming year from July to June, and it is an increment of 2.6% from the previous year. The food grain production in the previous year was 323.5 million ton, and these are the targets. Okay, production estimates are also coming and the targets are also set by the government. So these are the two things that you have to remember hand in hand. Okay, the next thing is that the agriculture sector has witnessed an annual growth rate of 4.6% over the past 6 years, which is a very important statement. Do remember this statement. Next thing is that the crop targets or the production target for major crops have been set by the government. So for pulses, 29.25 million tons, for oilseeds 44 million tons, for millet 17 million tons, for sugarcane 468.8 million tons. These are the targets of production. How many sports will be played in the third edition of the Khelo India University Game 2022? So here guys, 21 sports will be played. So this will be organized, or rather it is already ongoing. It has been organized, this third edition of Khelo India University Game of 2022. Still the edition will be of 2022 irrespective of the date on which this particular game is being held. The next thing is that 21 sports are there, and Varanasi, Noida, Gorakhpur, Lucknow were the destinations on where the tournament was to take place. Third edition of the Khelo India Winter Games was organized in February 2023, and this is again a very recent news, so can be asked. A total of 11 sports were played. Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports, Jammu Kashmir Sports Council and Winter Games Association of Jammu Kashmir, these were the organizers. Jammu Kashmir had topped the medal tally with 76 total medals and gold 26. Okay. Followed by Maharashtra. Eklavya Jagal from Amity International School has won the 2 gold medals in the short track ice skating event in the age group of 15 to 19 years. Okay. Now this person was there in the news, therefore it is your responsibility to know about this person. Next question is, which of the following PSU has collaborated with Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs for technical assistance in solid waste management and used water management under Swachh Bharat Mission Urban 2.0? So here guys, Rights Limited is the right answer. Now Rights Limited is a Mini Ratna category 1 company, used to be a Mini Ratna category 1 company, okay, under the Ministry of Railways. Which country organized the Machine Scan C 2023 summit? So here UAE is the right answer. Such type of eccentric summits are organized by UAE, and the destination usually is Dubai, but UAE usually organizes such type of eccentric summits. The next question is, which of the following countries does not accept the monarch of the UK as the head of the state? So here guys, Chile is the right answer. So coronation of King Charles III and his wife Camilla took place in London. Now guys, these are the countries, these are the nations which accept the monarch of the UK as the head of the state. Okay, so Canada, Australia, New Zealand, these are the developed countries. So they also accept the monarch of UK as their head of the state. Out of these countries, New Zealand is planning to become a republic and break the shackles of this colonialism and declare their own head of the state. Okay. Antigua and Barbuda, Bahamas, Belize, Grenada, Jamaica, Papua New Guinea, and these are the other nations which consider the head of UK as their head, the monarch of UK as their head. Which of the following countries co-chaired the 14th edition of Petersburg Climate Dialogue along with Germany? So UAE again is the right answer. The Dash bomber, also known as Blackjack in NATO countries, is a supersonic variable sweep wing strategic bomber developed by Russia in the 1980s. It is one of the largest and heaviest military aircraft ever built, and its impressive size has earned it the name White Swan. Recently, it has been used by Russia in the Ukraine war. So Tu-160 is the name of the bomber. Okay, and it is also known as Blackjack and White Swan. So do remember these things. Asian Development Bank will organize the 18th Asia Clean Energy Forum from 13th to 16th June 2023 in Manila. This particular forum will be guided by the theme Navigating Toward a Carbon Neutral Future Through Clean Energy Solutions. Which countries are organizers of this forum? So here guys, USA and Republic of Korea are going to organize this particular forum along with the Asian Development Bank. I mean supporting the Asian Development Bank. So there are 2 events. First is this 18th edition of the Asia Clean Energy Forum, which will be organized in this month only. Second edition, or the second event, is the first South Asia Clean Energy Forum, which was organized by USAID. US Agency for International Development for the South Asian countries like Bangladesh, Bhutan, India, Sri Lanka, Maldives, and Nepal to foster the regional cooperation and advance the clean energy initiatives. Which sports are Avinash Sable, Parul Chaudhary, and Praveen Chitrawal associated with? So athletics, guys, is the right answer. Which bank has signed a co-lending agreement with India Shelter Finance Corporation, a Gurgaon-based housing finance company? So here, guys, Axis Bank is the right answer. Now, in 2018, RBI has released the framework for co-lending. Okay, so do remember. Which bank has launched the Global Collections and International Collection Service for exporters in collaboration with cash-free payments? So here, Yes Bank is the right answer. इसको आप ऐसे याद रख सकते हो that Yes Bank is already in the crisis and it is in the recovery stage. So इसके पास cash ही नहीं है. That's why it has partnered with cash-free. So ऐसे याद रखोगे तो I hope it will be easier for you to remember. So it has partnered with cash-free for the collections. What is the theme of the World Athletics Day 2023? So here, guys, athletics for all, a new beginning. You are also going to start a new beginning if you clear the RBI Grade B examination. So prepare really hard so that you have your new beginning very soon. So this is the theme, and May 7 is the date. Vishesh, a retail banking program to onboard around 1 lakh new customers from semi-urban and rural areas of Dash Bank. So HDFC Bank is again in the news. Okay, so Vishesh retail banking program has been launched by HDFC Bank. Mir Cards is the card network of which country? So it is the card network of Russia. So India and Russia at present are in discussions to collaborate or integrate your RuPay network and your Mir card network so that these cards can be used in each other's territories. Okay, so that is the basic idea or the news. Right now, Russia is having the problem of too much of Indian currency, and it has not got any avenue to spend that Indian currency. So that is also a problem Russia is facing. Okay, so I have explained to you this point what both of these are going to do. Moving ahead, when did the Capital Small Finance Bank Limited started operations as India's first small finance bank? So here, guys, 2016 is the right answer. In this year, it started operation, and in 2023, RBI has cancelled its license. So that was the short lifespan of this bank. Okay, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, guys. Its license was not cancelled. So Max Life Insurance Company and Capital Small Finance Bank have partnered to offer the life insurance to the bank's customers. And this particular bank started its operation in 2016. MD and CEO of this bank is Sarvajit Singh Samra. So this has not been closed down. Which of the following is the theme of the 4th edition of the G20 Tech Sprint 2023? Okay, so this is a very, very important question. First of all, do remember that RBI Innovation Hub and the BIS, Bank of International Settlements, have collaborated for this particular tech sprint. So it is very important. Cross-border payments is the right answer here. So Bank of International Settlements Innovation Hub and RBI have launched the 4th edition of the G20 Tech Sprint 2023. The 2023 edition focuses on enhancing the cross-border payments, and these are the 3 problem statements which this particular tech sprint is going to tackle. Okay, so technology solution to reduce illicit finance risk, foreign exchange and liquidity technology solutions, and technology solutions for multilateral cross-border central bank digital currency platform. So these are the 3 areas in which the people are going to innovate. Previous 3 editions were organized on the theme of regulatory compliance and supervision, green and sustainable finance, central bank digital currency. Okay, so Bank of International Statement was established in 1930 and the headquarters is in Basel, Switzerland. Last year, HDFC Bank agreed to take over HDFC Limited in a deal valued at about USD 40 billion. The proposed entity will have a combined asset base of dash. So 18 lakh crore is the right answer. So recently, the Monetary Authority of Singapore has given the approval for for the merger of Griha PTE, which is a wholly owned subsidiary of HDFC Investments in Singapore, with the HDFC Bank. So this is the current news, and because of this news, the question was asked. Which of the following statements are correct about the Indian Council of Agriculture Research? So, first is that it is a statutory organization under the Department of Agriculture, Research and Education. It was established on 16 July 1929 in pursuance of the report of the Royal Commission on Agriculture. It was formerly known as the Imperial Council of Agriculture Research. Quickly tell me what is the incorrect statement. Okay, so Yashasvi is saying that my voice is not audible. Okay, no Yashasvi, the voice is audible. I have checked it in my phone only. So I guess there is a problem in your device. Okay, so what is the problem here? The problem is that it is not a statutory organization, it is an autonomous organization. Okay? So second and third statements are correct. The central government has set up an 11-member committee to restructure the Indian Council of Agriculture Research. Okay, so this particular committee will be chaired by the additional secretary of the Department of Agriculture Research and Education, and the current person is Sanjay Garg. The incumbent is Sanjay Garg. Which of the following programs has been launched by ISRO for postgraduate and final year undergraduate students of physical sciences and technology? So START is the right answer. Okay. Now guys, START has a full form: Space Science and Technology Awareness Training. So this initiative aims at the postgraduate and final year undergraduate students of physical sciences and technology, and they will cover different spheres like these as mentioned here, and the basic purpose is to arouse the interest of the students in the space sciences. Okay, so one more thing, that Yuvika is also a program of ISRO which aims to increase the scientific temperament and the space awareness and the space interest among the students of the schools. Can any one of you tell me that which classes does this Yuvika initiative target? Okay, so which IIT hosts the recently inaugurated Renewable Grid Integration Laboratory and Green Hydrogen Laboratory? So it is, guys, IIT Roorkee. Which city is setting up Asia's largest biogas plant? So it is Mumbai. BMC, the municipal corporation of Mumbai, is going to set up this Asia's largest biogas plant. Which state has launched the school health program for preparing the digital health report card for children, the first in India? Okay, so it is Uttar Pradesh. So Uttar Pradesh has launched a school health program for preparing the digital health report card of the children, and this is the first initiative in the entire nation. The initiative has been started by the Lucknow Smart City in 3 schools in Lucknow. So Lucknow, it has been started on a pilot basis, do remember. The other things are not that very important. So one thing is that along with this, the benefit of health insurance worth 25,000 is also being given to the children, and the digital health report card is being prepared on 130 parameters. Okay? And I don't think that there is any need for me to tell you how important Uttar Pradesh is at present. So you can be asked the details of this particular school health program as well. And moreover, this is the first of its kind in India. That is why पूछा जा सकता है. Where is the Sorsan Conservation Reserve located? So Rajasthan is the right answer. So recently this area was categorized as a conservation reserve. So Sorsan in Baran, Kitchen in Jodhpur, and Hamirgarh in Bhilwara. These 3 regions or places have been given the tag of conservation reserves. Okay, With these additions, now 26 wildlife conservation reserves are there in the state of Rajasthan. Do remember this thing, okay? Sorsan is famous for the great Indian bustard and black bugs. Okay, black bug is the state animal of Rajasthan. Kichan in Jodhpur hosts thousands of migratory cranes, and it is the first conservation reserve for demersal cranes. Okay, this is also an important fact. Where was the mutual firefighting exercise named Agni Daman 23 conducted? So here Maharashtra is the right answer. Which has become the first general insurance company to accept RBI's CBDC, that is e-rupee, for premium payments? So here Reliance General Insurance is the right answer. Again, very, very important. Harbinger 2023 hackathon. What was the focus of this hackathon? I don't know why I got this Harbinger in my mind, but now since I've got it, so please tell me what is the focus of Harbinger 2023. Next question is, where is the Adur Cooperative Urban Bank located? So Kerala, Adur is the right answer. And this particular bank has got its license cancelled, and this time I'm sure, okay, this time you can trust me, okay? So this bank's license has got cancelled. Next is, when is the World Thalassemia Day observed? So May 8 is the right answer. What is thalassemia? It is a hereditary disorder of the blood wherein the hemoglobin production reduces, okay, in the body, and hemoglobin is the oxygen carrier in the body, and that is why, if that is not there in the body, then obviously lack of oxygen may cause different kinds of problems in the people. Okay, one more thing, that it is hereditary. So the theme of this day is be aware, share, care, strengthening education to bridge the thalassemia care gap. Which state does the Tajin community belong to? So Arunachal Pradesh is the right answer. So recently, Union Law and Justice Minister Kiran Rijiju launched the trailer of a feature film Love in the 90s in New Delhi. So this is the movie Love in 90s, and the trailer and the picture, the promo is very appealing. Okay? So in New Delhi it was launched, and this is the first movie based on the Tajin community of Arunachal Pradesh. It is directed by Tapin Natam, and it depicts the local culture, lifestyle, and other aspects of the community. Okay, so that is one thing, and I hope this is reminding you of a movie which was there in 2022 November. The first movie in the history of Indian cinema wherein the entire cast was of indigenous tribal people. Do you remember the name of that movie? Okay, so let me just move ahead. Guys, it is this Dhabari Kuruvi. Okay, so this is the first Indian movie having the complete cast comprising of the indigenous people. Irula, Muduka, Kurumba, Vaduka, these are the tribal communities of Attapadi, which is a scheduled tribe hamlet in Kerala, and the people from these tribes have, you can say, enacted in this movie. Okay, Priya Darshana is the director of this movie. Do remember this point. Ministry of Health and Family Welfare launched the third phase of the Thalassemia Bal Seva Yojana to commemorate the World Thalassemia Day. This Yojana portal was also launched, which company is supporting the initiative as part of its CSR. So Coal India, guys, is implementing or supporting this initiative as part of its CSR activities. So this particular Yojana was launched in 2017 under the National Health Mission and has recently completed its second phase in March 2022. So third phase has been launched. Which portal is hosting the Yuva Pratibha Culinary Talent Hunt of the Institute of Hotel Management, Pusa? First of all, do remember that with my government, this institute has collaborated and started this hunt, this hackathon kind of a thing. And the innovateindia.mygovernment.in is the portal on which this hunt will be hosted. Okay, 1 lakh rupee will be given to the first prize winner. Which state has recently announced financial support of rupees 10 lakh for the patients suffering from muscular dystrophy? Okay, Duchenne muscular dystrophy. So here Odisha is the right answer. Apuni Sarkar belongs to which state? UT. So here guys, Uttarakhand is the right answer. So Uttarakhand has recently approved the Chief Minister's Skill Upgradation and Global Employment Scheme to groom the youth of the state and make them ready to seek jobs in the foreign nation outside India. And Apuni Sarkar portal is also there for the youth, and this particular portal aims to create a database for the people who are seeking the jobs, because if we have the database, only then we can target the skill employment. Okay, skill enhancement. Which state has introduced India's first state robotics framework? So guys, it is Telangana. It is the first of its kind framework for the robotics industry in the state. Which ship is participating in the 50th edition of Cape to Rio Race 2023 from India? So here guys, Tarini is the right answer. So it is basically a race from Cape Town to Brazil, Rio de Janeiro. Which country has issued the world's largest debt for nature swap on record? So it is Ecuador. The value of this is $1.6 billion. Okay. One more thing, that Galapagos bonds have been issued by this nation, okay, to raise money, and that money will be used for the conservation of this particular island. And this debt for nature swap is also for the island. Okay. So basically what has happened, Ecuador has converted its commercial loan into the debt that will be used for the conservation of the nature. Okay, so that is the basic purpose of this debt for nature swap. Okay, so it is a swap wherein the debt will be used for the nature and the conservation of the nature. Next statement is identify the incorrect statement with regards to the IRDAI state insurance plan. In your IFSCA 2023 examination recently, there was a question, by which year does IRDA aim to achieve insurance for all initiatives? So 2047 was the answer of that question. So guys, you can expect a question on this state insurance plan as well. Okay, so guys, read out the statement here, and I'm just coming back in 2 minutes. Okay, so I'm giving you 2 minutes time, read the statements and then tell me the answer. होगा? Okay, so everyone here is smart and they have given the answers. Very good, guys. So option E here is the incorrect statement because the Max Life has been appointed as a lead insurance for the state of Uttar Pradesh and not Madhya Pradesh. Okay, now let's have a look at the news. So Max Life Insurance Company has partnered with the Indian Industries Association to provide the life insurance plan to the MSME sector's workforce in Uttar Pradesh. Okay? And it has been Max Life has been appointed as the lead insurer for the state of Uttar Pradesh under the state insurance plan of IRDAI. Who is the managing director and CEO of City Union Bank? So here, guys, N Kamakodi is the right answer. Where are the manufacturing facilities of Nano DAP established? So here, Kalol in Gujarat is one of the locations of the Nano DAP, and the other location is in Odisha, Paradeep, Odisha. So these are the two locations at present for the Nano DAP plant, okay, where the manufacturing is happening. So world's first liquid Nano DAP is there in the fertilizer, and Indian Farmers Fertilizer Cooperative Limited has manufactured the liquid DAP. One bottle of 500 ml contains 8% of nitrogen and 16% of phosphorus. It can easily replace a 50 kg bag of traditional DAP. So this much efficient is this. Okay, so this is the efficiency of Nano DAP, and also Nano Urea also claims to be that efficient that it can replace kgs of the traditional urea and provide nourishment to the soil. IFCO is expected to manufacture 18 crore bottles of Nano DAP by 2025 to 2026, okay, which will reduce the consumption of 90 lakh tons of traditional DAP, okay. So this is the target that the government has set. So do remember this target. Can any one of you tell me the target of Nano Urea production by 2025? Nano Urea production target by 2025. $44 crore bottles. How much is the authorized capital of Rail Vikas Nigam Limited? So here, guys, 3,000 crore is the right answer. Rail Vikas Nigam Limited has been granted a Navratna status. Okay, so do remember we have read about Rights Limited being in the news. Now we have another, you can say CPSC under the Ministry of Railway. So Rail Vikas Nigam Limited, and it has now got the Navratna status. Rights is a Mini Ratna Category 1 company. So these two organizations are important to remember. The second thing about this is that it was incorporated in 2003 and it has an authorized share capital of 3,000 crore and paid up share capital of 2,085 crores. Okay? This is one thing. Now another thing that I would suggest all of you is please remember the criteria for giving the Maharatna, Navratna and Mini Ratna status to the companies. Okay, what are the eligibility criteria for the companies to enter in each of these categories, and also how many companies are there in each of these categories? Maharatna में कितनी है, Navratna में कितनी है, Mini Ratna category 1 and 2 में कितनी companies हैं? These are all important facts and can be asked. Okay, so this question is a little bit lengthy question. Under the Swachh Bharat Mission Gramin, an ODF plus village is one which has sustained its ODF status along with implementing either solid or liquid waste management systems. As of date, more than 2.9 lakh villages have declared themselves ODF plus, which is a significant step towards achieving the Swachh Bharat Mission Gramin Phase 2 goals by 2024 to 2025. As per the recently released data, dash percent of villages have achieved the ODF plus status under phase 2 of the mission. Dash is the top performing state in terms of the percentage of ODF plus villages in the larger states category with 100% coverage. How much amount has been allocated under the Swachh Bharat Mission Gramin in the Union Budget of 2023 to 2024? Three things have been asked from you. First is the percentage of villages who have achieved the ODF plus tag, then the state which has stopped, then the budget. So here guys, the right answer is option B. 50% of the villages have achieved the ODF plus target or the tag under the Swachh Bharat Gramin Mission phase 2. Okay, so do remember that it is under the phase 2. Then Telangana is the top performer with 100% coverage. Then we have 52,137 crore rupees being allocated for this particular mission in the union budget. Top performing states in terms of the ODF plus villages are in the larger states: Telangana 100% coverage, Karnataka 99.5%, Tamil Nadu 97.8%, then Uttar Pradesh 95.2%. So these are the different states which have achieved the highest percentage, okay, which have the highest number of ODF plus villages. Smaller states may we have Goa 95.3% coverage, Sikkim 69.2% coverage. Then UTs में Andaman and Nicobar Islands, Dadar and Nagar Haveli, Andaman and Diu and Lakshadweep 100% ODF plus model villages are there in these UTs. Union Minister for Women and Child Development Smriti Irani launched the center's flagship program Poshan Bhi Padhai Bhi to focus on early childhood care and education at Anganwadis across the country. How much amount has been allocated for the training of the Anganwadi workers to implement the initiative? So here guys, 600 crore rupee has been allocated for that initiative. Which state has launched the Geeta Karmikula Bima scheme for expanding an insurance cover of these 5 lakh to toddy tapers? So it is guys Telangana. Kerala has launched the Kerala Institutional Ranking Framework modeled on the National Institutional Ranking Framework to assess the quality of higher education institutions in the state. Identify the parameters that are not to be used in the rankings. So teaching, learning and resources is there, knowledge dissemination and research excellence is there, graduation outcome is there, outreach and inclusivity is there, research output is not there. So option E is the right answer. Okay, these are the 4 parameters which will be used by the Kerala Institutional Ranking Framework, and these are copied from the NIRF ranking. Recently, RBI has lifted limitations on individuals creating interest earning foreign currency accounts to make India's International Financial Services Center more appealing. RBI has abolished the requirement that any funds remaining idle in the FC account for up to dash days be repatriated. So here guys, earlier before this announcement made by the RBI, what used to happen that if there is an account where the funds have not been claimed, then that fund will be repatriated to the country. Now that requirement has been abolished. Now the days for which the limit was given was 15 days. If the money is remaining idle for 15 days in your account, then after that period we will repatriate the money. Now this requirement has been abolished. Which company has won the gold award in the CSR category in the Green World Award 2023? So Power Grid Corporation of India is there. So guys, here CSR is there in the new CSR activities, CSR category awards are there. So CSR की limits क्या है? What are the eligibility criteria for the companies to become eligible for conducting the CSR activities? One more thing, environmental sustainability and governance framework is also there and remains in the news for very often. So do cover the ESG norms released by the regulatory bodies in India and what is happening in this particular sector. Okay, this is also important. Now coming back to the awards, so the Green Organization of UK gives this award, and from India these organizations have received the awards in these categories. In environmental policy, Chennai Metro Rail has got the silver award. In environmental policy and management, the gold award has been given to Vedanta company. CSR में it is the Power Grid Corporation of India which has received the gold award. How many gold medals did India win at the Moscow Wushu Star Championship 2023? So 17 medals were won by India, and all of these medals were won by the girls. So all the 17 medals were won by the girls. Recently, N. Gopalakrishnan, former scientist at the CSIR, has passed away. Which of the following institutes was founded by Gopalakrishnan? So here guys, Indian Institute of Scientific Heritage is the right answer. Which country hosts the global celebrations of the World Environment Day 2023? So here guys, Ivory Coast is the right answer. So Ivory Coast, supported by Netherlands, hosted the World Environment Days events. It is the 50th anniversary of the World Environment Day this year. The theme is solutions to plastic pollution. One more thing, that in the month of May, Mary Life mobile application was launched in order to track the progress done in the Life initiative or Mission Life. Recently, Himachal Pradesh CM Sukhvinder Singh Sukhpur launched HIM data portal to integrate data of all government wings for the delivery of welfare schemes. Which institute has developed the portal of the state? So here guys, Indian School of Business has developed this HIM data portal. इसको आप HIM data portal की तरह भी याद कर सकते हो, ठीक है? HIM data. Although that would be little erroneous because here the main purpose of this is to collect the data. So HIM data portal. HIM से तो it will be very easy. Which state has launched it? It's Himachal Pradesh. Where is the Batam city located? So Indonesia is the right answer. Recently, the 4th edition of Samudra Shakti, the bilateral exercise between India and Indonesia, the naval exercise took place, and INS Karavati arrived at Batam port in Indonesia for participating in this particular exercise. By which year does the WHO aim to achieve the global target to halve the anemia prevalence in women of reproductive age? So 2025 is the right answer. Which ministry has secured the second position in the Data Governance Quality Index assessment for the third quarter of FY23? So here guys, Ministry of Ports, Shipping and Waterways is the right answer. Okay, since it is a quarterly data, so I don't think that much would be asked from this particular news. Whatever I have given in the spotlight, that would be sufficient. Now let's have a look at the themes which were used in this Data Governance Quality Index. First is data generation, data quality, use of technology, data analysis, use and dissemination, data security and HR capacity. These were the themes or the parameters of the index, which was released for only third quarter. Do remember. The next question is very, very important. Which of the following statements is are correctly stating the purpose of RBI's 100 days, 100 pays campaign? Read the statements, then tell me the right answer. So here guys, option first statement is the right answer. So option B is the right answer. The 100 days, 100 pays campaign aims to settle the 100 unclaimed deposits in every bank in every district within 100 days. So that is the 100-100 proportion that RBI is planning to do. Who chairs IRDAI's recently constituted committee on matters related to mental health and insurance? So here director of NIMHANS is the right answer. The person who is the director at present is going to chair this committee on the mental health and insurance. This particular institution is in Karnataka. Who has been appointed as the global ambassador of Gucci? Alia Bhatt. When is the International Day of Plant Health observed? So it is May 12. Okay, theme is plant health for environmental protection. Plant health for environmental protection. Do remember. Recently, National Technology Awards 2023 were announced by the Technology Development Board of the Ministry of Science and Technology. The categories of the awards are main, MSME, startup, translational research and technology business incubator. The National Technology Award main has been won by Dash, having a prize money of Dash. So here guys, option A, My Lab Discovery Solutions has won the main category award and 25 lakh rupee is the prize money. Okay. Now, one more thing, that 11 people have won the award. 11 institutions have won the technology award, National Technology Award. In October 2022, Prime Minister launched the mission Deaf Space during the 12th Deaf Expo in Gandhinagar. The mission aimed at boosting innovation on certain launch systems for the Indian Armed Forces. How many challenges are covered in this mission? So 75 challenges are covered in this mission. Now, why is this particular mission again in the news? Because the first contract under this mission Deaf Space has been given in May 2023, and that contract was given to the Inspacity Space Laboratories. Okay, this is the first contract under this mission Deaf Space. The Innovations for Defense Excellence framework, launched in April 2018 and managed by DIO, Defense Innovation Organization, primarily aims at creation of an ecosystem to foster innovation and technology. And here a lot is given. So I'll just come to the question. Under which act is the DIO organization established? So it was established under Companies Act 2013 as an NPO. Which state is implementing the Mukhyamantri Sikho Kamao Yojana? So here, guys, Madhya Pradesh is the right answer. Okay, a lot of unemployment is there in the state. So if a person is not learning, how will the person be able to earn? Okay, so in order to give learning and earning to the people, Madhya Pradesh has launched this scheme, which is set to become the first state to have a welfare fund for MG Narega workers. So Kerala is the right answer. So this particular fund is going to help in providing the pension to the MG Narega workers, health expenditure, health insurance, education expenditure for the children of MG Narega workers. Next question is, the Northeastern Handicraft and Handloom Development Corporation Limited and the Indian Institute of Packaging have signed an MOU to enhance the packaging and branding of handloom and handicraft products from the Northeastern region. The IIP is an autonomous body which was set up in Dash by Packaging and Allied Industries under the Dash for improving the packaging standards in the country. So here, guys, the right answer is option E. In 1966, this Indian Institute of Packaging was established, and Ministry of Commerce and Industry is the administrative ministry of this particular institute. Okay, so this is very easy in my opinion, because Institute of Packaging, and packaging is done in order to sell the product. Okay, so it is again related to commerce. So you can easily remember that Ministry of Commerce is the top ministry or the nodal ministry of this particular institute. 1966 is the year. VAST, a space habitation technologies company, has launched its plan to launch the world's first commercial space station called Haven First on SpaceX Falcon 9 rockets to low Earth orbit in 2025. Which country does the company belong to? So US is the right answer. Okay. Right now we have two space stations. One is the International Space Station and another one is the Tiangong Space Station of China in the space. Recently, China has sent its crew members on the Tiangong Space Station also. Next question is, how much amount has been approved by the World Bank to set up an integrated road safety enforcement system in India? So 51 crore rupees have been given. You can remember it in this manner, like 51 is considered as an auspicious amount. 51 रुपए का शगुन होता है. So that is the shagun which World Bank has given to India to develop its integrated road safety enforcement system. Okay. So at present, the work is being done in Shimla and Nurpur police districts, and Palampur, Sheela, Chowk in Kangra will also be developed by using the money. Recently, Amy E. Pope has been elected as the next Director General of the International Organization of Migration, a specialized organization of the UN. When was this organization named as the International Organization for Migrants? So guys, here the right answer is 1989. It was established in 1951 as Provisional Intergovernmental Committee for the Movement of Migrants from Europe. In 1989, its name was changed to International Organization for Migration. At present, 175 countries are there. 8 states hold the observer status of this particular organization, which is a specialized agency of UN. Geneva is the headquarters. of this International Organization for Migrants. As per a newspaper report published in May 2023, the central government has appointed the former Coal Secretary Anil Kumar Jain as the chairman of Petroleum and Natural Gas Regulatory Board. Which type of organization PNGRB is? Is it an autonomous body? It is a statutory organization, departmental undertaking, government agency, or a PAC? What is the right answer? The right answer is option B. It is a statutory organization because it has been established via an act of parliament. Okay. Tell me the acts here. In which year was the Petroleum and Natural Gas Regulatory Board of India Act enacted? The last question is, which colored ribbon is used for spreading awareness about the World AIDS Vaccine Day? Obviously, you can see the color red. Okay, May 18 is the date. So here, guys, we have completed the 100 questions of the day. Okay, so I hope that all of you have enjoyed the session. In case you have any doubts you want to ask me, you can ask me. Guys, it is 2006. Petroleum and Natural Gas Regulatory Board of India Act was enacted in 2006 and not 2005. Okay, guys, I believe that you don't have any queries. So all the best for your preparation. And again, a reminder that the date for filling up of the forms has been extended. So you can fill the forms till 16th of June. So all the best. Keep preparing. Keep doing the hard work. Okay. Good luck.